I'm Zach.
I'm Chris.
And this very special guest is Riza.
Special?
Yes.
I am a blonde.
Okay.
I have my reasons and excuses.
I never noticed.
Get out more!
So, Riza, you are in charge of registration.
I am.
Correct? That is awesome because without that, no one would be able to come to our con.
Yes, you
Well,
have to go through me.
that's not true. Without that, we wouldn't know who's coming to our con and be able to receive funding for future years.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, it's a very, very difficult task with the registrations coming in, all the information that we get to be able to get everything done so quickly and having all the information that we need, not only for our own security, but for any accidents that may happen outside of the convention, like with if the law enforcement or police officers come in, they need to have that information readily available. So
What about for alien invasions?
that might be a little extreme.
What about
Actually,
graboid attacks?
No.
We're not that kind of.
And last I heard, we were not giving the information to the NSA to watch us closer.
Oh, cool.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That works.
That's
Appreciate
news to me too. I guess.
Yeah, we lost the form. It's a lot of paperwork, and
Yeah.
It's just kind of floated off like a butterfly.
Sorry, NSA.
Okay.
So, I hear you cosplay sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's from this Full Metal Alchemist show, right?
Yeah, also known as FMA.
Are you the one that always dresses up in the blue outfit
Yes.
that's behind the registration desk?
Yes.
Are you guys?
Okay.
I can't tell if you guys are playing dumb or if you seriously have not seen the show.
I have not seen Brotherhood. I refuse to watch Brotherhood.
See,
No,
And that is where you
for
shall
me-
die.
Yeah, I like Brotherhood better.
For me, I don't know which one I should watch first.
Brotherhood. Brotherhood was ruined for me because I watched the other one. I'd say, from what I hear from all of the stories about the manga and Brotherhood, Brotherhood has the better story and whatever else. The thing is that with the two, they have the same voice actors but different art styles, and they're just so slightly off that it pisses me off and I cannot watch it. Like, that's my thing. I cannot watch Brotherhood because the art style's different, but the voice actors are the same.
I don't see any difference in the art style other than.
Are you
motion.
not watching?
Yes, I am actually, and the only thing I see different is the motion blur.
No.
Maybe a little bit finer lines. That's it.
Alright, most of the characters seem fatter. Like, they're chubbier in Brotherhood, and there's just, it's wonky, it's weird, it's
Is it like
bad.
a reverse chibi style?
Something.
Story-wise, though, me personally, I would watch the original first because there are things that happen in Brotherhood in the background that show up later on in the show that actually happened in the original. The guy who controlled the mine and he turned all the lead into gold to get him kicked out. He shows up as a main character later on in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, no, that's the guy. He's on the run. Oh, explosions.
Yeah, but
Pretty much.
I mean, still, Brotherhood has the better story from what I hear. The ending of, FMA, the original, spoiler alert, go to, I don't know. 2 minutes.
Whatever's the time, that's
2
what we've
minutes,
always said.
Whatever.
I kind of think.
Where Edward and Hohenheim are Nazi Germany, and now we can't do alchemy. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that was.
No.
See, the point of that is they made Full Metal Alchemist because at first, the original series, so to speak, they made the original series because they didn't actually, the artists and the designers actually were able to go off and do their own series. It was not by the author who had actually made Full Metal Alchemist. They actually took the beginning part and they used that, but then they made an entirely new ending.
Set up the world.
And yeah,
right.
so basically that's how it ended up the way that it was. That's why everything was just confusing as all heck.
Wouldn't it be the first time an anime series kind of broke off of the main storyline?
True,
Yeah.
but I think
Rurouni
this,
Kenshin is a good example.
Yes.
is this
but-
the first time where they came back and redid it to follow the manga?
With
no,
Brotherhood?
Helsing did the same thing. And
Okay.
actually,
I haven't seen any of those.
going back and thinking about it, Helsing Ultimate, Helsing Ultimate is, it has
Yeah.
the Zeppelin fights and the blowing up of the Germany. I'm like, so maybe it's not going to Nazi Germany. Maybe this is when the Nazis are attacking the Helsing organization.
Now, are the Nazis moon Nazis from Iron Sky?
You see, That is where.
Have you seen that movie?
Oh God.
Oh, it's on Netflix. Just like Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood. It's
Moon Nazis. That's all you need to know about that movie.
It's a bad movie,
To not watch it.
but it's so compelling to watch.
Alright.
So, are there Moon Nazis in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Alchemist? Why do you cosplay as Riza?
Well,
Answer the Nazi question first.
Yes.
in Brotherhood,
Yes?
be gone, freaks. Come back here.
It worked.
I
Oh my
can't
God.
talk. I can't have
Way to
a
be
non-existing
rude.
audience.
You told me to leave!
That was to the freak of you. Well, I guess what personalities do run in the convention, so
I got like
come
10
back
of them.
here, freak.
Let me get my hat.
Yeah, I got 10 personalities. I know there's a Yoda one. There's one that's a little boy. There's like a 90-year-old grandma. Afro Hammer's another one.
No.
I got 6 others, but they haven't really told me what they are yet.
But the adult in me likes the kid in me.
Oh God. So going back to the question, why do you cosplay Riza?
I thought it was
Okay.
the Moon Nazis.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what about the
Moon
Moon
The Moon
Nazis?
Nazis, yeah.
No,
Okay.
there are none of
All right,
those.
now that that's cleared up.
Okay, so now that that's cleared up, I cosplay as Riza because my now fiance, whom I've known for 6 years, and I'm finally tying the knot next month. He
Congratulations.
actually, thank you.
No. 2 months. 2 months.
No, a month.
2 months.
2 months.
2 months.
I think she's eloping.
It's
Okay.
Oh wait, what's the time now? It's July.
July.
Okay, yes,
2
then 2 months.
She's also a Doctor Who fan, so the concept of time is all wobbly.
Yes,
Yeah.
wibbly wobbly, timely
Yeah,
whiny.
so, yeah.
What do we want to travel in time? When do we want? Irrelevant!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's the first time I've heard that. Is that a thing?
I ended up hearing that from a group of Marvel role-playing game people at a local hobby shop, and they just started chanting that. I'm like, yes!
It's so fitting, yeah. It's very fitting, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
very fitting. Well, so I started watching this series quite a few years ago. I think it was 2008 that I actually first started watching it because he made me watch it. I was not
Did we know
interested.
each other then?
Yes, we knew each other since like 2003, 2005.
Well, we were acquainted back then.
We were acquainted,
I first met you like 2 years ago.
Same here.
Yeah.
So.
or so,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah.
And
Give or take 5.
so we first started watching this series. Like I did not want to watch it. It did not look entertaining to me at all. It didn't look interesting. The plot, just the artwork, nothing. Because it just looked like it was gonna be more Zoid stuff or more Gundam stuff, and I wasn't interested in that stuff back then.
Blasphemer.
And back then, the past. And so we ended up watching it, and like at the end of the first episode, I was just like, "This was the original series,
Right.
so to speak."
So
And
Star Trek, the original series.
Yes.
calm down, Mike. I mean, Afro Hammer. That is your name, right? Okay. And I want to see your birth certificate. And
Oh, it's in Hawaii somewhere. I don't know.
no wonder you're not allowed in a lot of places because you.
I can't run for president either.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember
It's gonna take me a long time to explain this, isn't it?
Go
when
ahead,
we were on
continue.
topic?
Yeah.
we
Remember
were.
back when I had to give a description about why I do things?
No.
Yeah, it took like
No,
3
that-
years to
that-
do it.
That
actually
is a
wasn't
spoiler
the-
alert. Check out our YouTube page later on for that one.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Spoilers. Spoilers, sweetie. Doctor Who quote. And so we ended up watching the series. At the end of the first episode, I was just really, really drawn into it, and I wanted to know more about it. And that was the original series, like I said. And I just continued watching it, and I'd gotten so drawn into it, but I was very confused towards the middle or towards the end when the whole series just went hayward. And
Haywire?
haywire, isn't that what I said?
No,
You said Hayward.
I think
Hayward.
Hayward is.
Hayward is
Hayward's
a
the correct word for it.
Hayward is
Onward.
a city in Wisconsin in which you should never
Onward.
go.
Forward.
No, forward.
I guess
forward.
Hayward. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
never go to
Galaxy
Hayward,
Quest, I love
Wisconsin,
that movie.
ever. I'm warning you. They have
Wow.
really bad
What if we
drivers. If you're
have
from
fan
there, I'm
base
sorry. But
What
I've
if
gotten in
we-
2 accidents
No,
when I was
no.
in like 2005 and
No,
bad.
No.
We may have fan base there. Stop that.
That's why I said I'm sorry for the drivers there. I apologize
Our
for the
two
drivers
viewers
there.
might be from there.
That's why I said I'm sorry
I
for
thought
the
we had
drivers
2.5
there.
viewers over there.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? According to my registration database, I don't think anybody's from Hayward. If you are from Hayward, comment below. And so tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me if you got into an accident.
So why Riza over any other character? From what I know about Fullmetal Alchemist and Brotherhood is that there's a huge cast of characters, a very good selection of the villains,
Right.
and
Riza isn't necessarily one of the forerunners all the time.
yeah, why?
No, but she is a key
Why
character.
Riza compared to Roy Mustang or
That's like saying the
Okay, because I'm gonna cross play a
Elric.
lot.
So, I was like, or the guy with the suit.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm an expert at Fullmetal Alchemist.
He knows all the names of every single character, don't you?
Oh yeah, there's
Which
Spock,
suit?
There's Bones and Captain Kirk.
I think there might be a Luke in there.
Yeah.
Luke is in there too. He's a Jedi.
Vader.
Well,
Harry
the
Potter's in
reason
there too.
Shh. That must be in a blooper or something, because I didn't see that part.
It's a special cutscene.
Yeah, it's a special
I gotta
director's cut with
Yeah.
an
Let's
extra
do the director's cut
commentary.
then.
Yeah, check out the Blu-ray edition on Funimation. They're gonna,
That is totally in there.
It's between volume 1 through 20, so the Blu-rays. Buy them all.
This is the first third of the series. There's 64
Oh, my
episodes, or
thing
56.
fell. Oh, I'm sad.
Well, I decided to cosplay as Riza because when Alex and I were, my fiance, when Alex and I were watching it, we both thought of our two favorite opposite gender characters. And his favorite other opposite gender character was, we actually had two of them, but they were both blonde. And that's pretty much all the girls in the series are blondes. So it was Winry and Riza. And mine was Roy because he's just sexy.
That's not true at all.
No,
the mother's a brunette.
I know, the main character.
And that one chick
the
from
Lust,
the
Lust is black hair.
Exactly.
and what's her name, Rose or something like that?
Rose, she
has
has
like
black
purple
hair.
and purple.
Black hair and she blackish purple, violetish, and then she's got a pink stripe.
Okay, so already that's 3 people without blonde hair to 2 people with blonde
See,
hair.
You are wrong.
Main characters.
I totally support her picking a character to cosplay solely based off of hair.
That's true.
Yeah, it's,
Less wigs.
It's
Yes.
not a wig.
Okay, so, and your pick for him was?
My pick for him was Roy Mustang because he's just sexy and he can spit fire and he's just
He doesn't
he's
spit
the colonel
fire.
and he can basically.
Snap.
He doesn't spit.
I don't care. It's
You're
my.
supposed
It's
to
my.
be a fan.
You know
Yeah.
what? I am a fan. I'm a big fan of Roy Mustang. I would show you my Roy stuff,
So
but I don't
you're-
have it with me.
You're a Risa that found her Roy.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Way to
Way to
go into that-
romanticize it.
No, well, no, she's going
Well,
into
it's
the
kind of
fandom.
is, you know.
There are so many fandoms out there with so many ships for so many things. She just happened to find whatever else. Like Homestuck, you see a bunch of lesbian couples of Rose and Kanaya
Yeah.
that are actually like getting married, and they propose in costume. It's really nice.
And that's actually what happened with me and my fiance. Is we actually went to a convention down at Anime Central back in 2000. Well, we've been going there since like 2009 together. But 2011 is when he proposed to me, and he proposed to me when we were both in cosplay. He as
During
Roy
a
Mustang
photo
and
shoot.
It was an
Riza.
actual event too.
There was
Because you talked to Asen,
yeah.
the coordinators actually
That
had
was
the
the
event
that was
as
the
a
next year.
panel.
That was the next
Oh,
year.
the next year? Okay, yeah.
But the first year when he actually proposed to me, that was just at a photo shoot where I was as Riza, he was as Roy, and it was just towards the end of the photo shoot where he just dropped on one knee, eyeballed, I stepped back like 20 feet, and I was just crying, but it was an awesome moment because that's exactly how I wanted to be proposed to, and
Nice.
without telling anybody, so that was awesome. But then the following year at ASIN, we actually had contacted the panel coordinator, and we actually were able to get one of the rooms to host a skit with a bunch of our friends that we've met at ASIN as different characters from Fullmetal Alchemist, and we did this little play of Roy and Riza getting married with Father Cornello as the minister, and Lust coming in, trying to ruin everything, Wrath coming in, trying to ruin everything. So, and then of course you have Olivia Armstrong, who's trying to be the BA of the girls and everything, and she comes waltzing. That's another blonde right there, right there.
I've never heard of this character.
So you gotta watch Brotherhood then.
It's the big
No, I'm not
sister.
watching Brotherhood. We've established this.
You cannot talk about Fullmetal Alchemist then if you have not watched Brotherhood.
I can.
No,
I've
because
seen
you've
the
not seen both of
entirety
them, so you
the
cannot differentiate the both of them.
I can differentiate. Their art style is different and their story is different.
You
and
have
I
to watch
don't
both
care.
of them to watch both of the plots in order to be able to actually understand why they're both so different.
This is very entertaining. Keep going,
So
please.
of FMA and then Brotherhood,
Yes.
which one has more mechas to fight kaiju?
They
Now,
both have the
Wrong
brother.
series.
They both have the brother, who is the closest thing to a mecha that I can think of.
And there's guys with robotic arms.
So
I never
it's-
actually got
But then there's
FMA,
also
anything
Olivia
like-
Armstrong's pretty much bodyguard, I guess you would call him, Brigadier. Oh my gosh, it starts with a B, I believe. I can't remember his name, but he has a full arm that actually changed into like a chainsaw, and he's got a bunch of things into a cannon and
Is
stuff like that.
it like Edward's automail?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Kind of, but his is just he can't use alchemy. It's just his arm because he's in the tundra in the north side of Mestris, where the wall is, and that's where everything's really cold. So if you have a certain kind of automail, which Edward has, you would pretty much die because it's just going to
It's
freeze
gonna
your
freeze
nerves.
your-
But then if you go up there, he has a specific type of automail that prevents it, so he cannot die or get hurt by the cold temperatures. So
It seems rather dramatic if
it's realistic.
If your metal arm freezes, you die.
No,
that's
because
not
everything's
The
realistic.
metal
connected by the
arm
nerves.
connecting to your nerves and your blood system.
Because your nerves have to be able to signal to specific parts of the automail that you're trying to use, and if it doesn't signal to it, then you can't use the automail.
Yeah.
And I know this is not anime related, but we actually are getting to the point where our technology can allow that type of stuff.
Yeah, they've
Except
got
it's much
14
better than the
motions now. isn't it?
steampunk crap automail.
Yeah.
Like it's actual robotic, full flesh everything. It's not gears and whatever else. Like you can explode because steam erupts or something.
Well, that's a cool effect for an
Yeah.
anime. But
Well, yeah.
I
but
do have a
kinda
question
sucks
for
you.
FMA and also Brotherhood. Of FMA and Brotherhood, is it anything like Pacific Rim? Is there a giant mechas fighting really huge monsters that comes up from the ocean's depth? Because I like that a lot.
That
It was
movie
really
was
fun to
so
watch.
amazing.
I've never
It
seen
was.
Pacific Rim.
It was great.
But I've
So
heard
good.
about it, and if you're explaining it like that, then the only thing I can think of is
No.
nothing.
No.
Just no.
It's just not. It's not.
My-
It's just
Yeah,
nothing.
you see- you-
I,
okay,
I,
you see
I
it,
love
right?
the movie, but my the one thing that just made me be like, what, is they're in giant robots punching these giant monsters in the face, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Godzilla?
then like,
Mhm.
towards the end of the battle, he goes, oh, by the way, we have a sword.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I totally
use the
agree
sword
with you
now.
on that.
It's like, use the sword from the start!
I know the show
But
is
Voltron-
based off of a lot of mecha anime,
Right,
Gundam,
and
Wing,
it's
Gundam Wing, all that stuff.
Now we have to use the powerful thing.
Yeah, but in the movie itself,
It's
and
like,
it
we're
was
done for. No, we're
Yeah.
not. Sword!
yeah, and all of a sudden say, wham, sword slices through in
Alright.
half right away,
Alright.
and I'm going,
Spoilers!
why not right
It's
away in
one
the
hit
battle?
of the movie.
Doesn't Voltron not use it till the end? They summon the sword and then they do the one big attack and then that's how they end it.
Well, that's some of the Voltron episodes do have that, but there is one episode where Voltron loses a dance off with one of the monsters.
Oh yeah, no.
And
That
then they just
that
shoot
was-
the monster. You know?
That
Yeah.
was so
Wait,
harsh,
is this is
I
this like
felt
one of those
so good.
movies like
Well, the
Dances
animation
or
style was a
whatever?
little different.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, you know, and it was a really short episode. I think like a couple minutes.
Well, yeah.
But it
that's-
is.
It was a
canon,
robot
right?
chick.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, no, that was.
Wait,
It was
the
a
robot
robot
chicken's part of
chicken
Voltron,
skit.
right?
Let's. It was a robot chicken skit, and
I
they.
think we're killing him.
Explain to me why I'm here again.
Why you're here again?
Because we
Yeah.
enjoy having your company.
Well, there's this.
What?
And
No,
then-
no, it's like what?
See, I'm not making fun of you for that.
No.
No,
We enjoy having you
no.
here.
It's like somehow we're getting like a million different shows into one, and I'm just sitting here like trying to remember half of a million of them because I don't know.
Our current topic is
Is
Pacific
Pacific
Rim.
Rim.
I don't know it.
The Pacific.
Alright.
It takes place in the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
And one thing I did like about the movie, though, is it had more of a global scape to it.
Right. It was.
Where it wasn't just
Japan,
like USA
China, Germany.
centered, or even like how some of like the newer American movies, even like Iron Man, for instance,
Yeah.
where they go, it's centered in America, but they're going to release it throughout the world, and then they're going to have these little piecemeals to appease the other countries to appeal to, like, China on that.
No,
the Mandarin was called the Mandarin or something like that. But Pacific Rim was it was in Hong Kong. It was
the main bulk of the movie takes place in Hong Kong, and it's like towards the end of these giant robot, like what are they called, regimes or something like that. If you're in the military, I'm sorry, but they were losing their funding. So
no, do not be sorry about if they're in the military. Please phrase that better. Please.
If I'm getting that wrong and you're hating me, I'm sorry.
There was two plot holes in that
much
movie,
better.
in my opinion.
Thank
yes.
The first one was the sword. The second one was the only thing that can stop these Kaiju, Godzilla-type monsters is the Jaegers, the huge mechas.
The giant.
And it's succeeding. So the best thing for all of the governments to do is going, we're not going to build anymore. We're going to cut funding, and we're going to build a wall. Yay! Yeah, so that was like the only critique I had along with the sword.
The sword I'm not going to forgive him, but for that I can kind of forgive him because they start losing, and then they're like, well, we're spending $50 billion on an arm, and some of them have 4, so let's work on something else that'll probably be a little cheaper because politics are politics.
Well, they don't even put weapons on the wall either.
No, they don't. That was kind of stupid.
So that part wasn't well thought out, but everything else in the movie was a really good action summer movie.
Just question, because you said this is global scale. Was the Japanese chick hot?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
she even has like a little senpai will you pay attention to me bit.
Okay.
There's a part where when he's trying to be paired up and he's like, I want to fight her. She looks at the guy in charge like, senpai, please. And I'm just like, really? You had to add that? Really?
And the Russian mecha, it was like a Mark 1, the very first type of model.
Yeah,
and it was really bulky and huge, and it felt very steampunk.
It felt very Russian
movie, and that was one of the coolest design ones. The other thing I really liked, and you know Transformers, the new movies for that.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Yeah,
you should.
In the new Transformers movie, it was like very difficult to distinguish. Oh, that is one Decepticon versus a non-Optimus Prime Autobot.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell who was who when they fought.
Right.
They were all gray. This movie, they were all gray, but you can tell who is who.
Honestly, the only grayness to it was half of the movie takes place at night.
Yeah. But they used that in a way where you can actually distinguish everyone.
Yeah, they all have their own little
nicely done
and things because...
And the movie had a very good anime feel to it.
Yeah. This guy was just big homage to big anime movies. And
apparently they're doing a sequel.
All right.
Which will be awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
and Cthulhu shows up at the end.
I'm not sure about that whole sequel thing because I've been waiting since X-Men Origins for the Origins for Deadpool that was supposed to be coming out.
That has been announced now at Comic-Con.
It was announced the year of that movie coming out because oh hey, we screwed up Deadpool. Let's do a Deadpool origin story.
Well,
but
they
no,
changed that to the
yet.
Deadpool video game, and now they've actually announced the movie.
Well, to be honest though, they did announce that the next Avengers movie is going to be Age of Ultron, but then again, that may not even be true. They may just be giving fake information out there too, just to appease all of the fans.
No, I want that. No. Because Ant-Man. Ant-Man shows up!
No, Ant-Man
was
was
in the first one.
No. Okay, he was in every scene. Yeah.
He was in the
He's just
one
really
scene.
tiny. If you look closely at each one of them, it's like he's really tiny.
Yeah, so
yeah, go see Pacific Rim when that's
Definitely go see that. If it is no longer in theaters by the time you see this, we do apologize, but...
That's your fault.
Your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault.
He has to get a new job, so that's what it's...
You had one job. One job!
And then I quit, and now I'm looking for a new one.
Alright.
So, stay in school.
Yeah. Or don't go to a school that drops your program while you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Definitely don't do that.
Just finish high school. That's all we can say.
I totally recommend hairdressing. Yeah. It's a good paying job. You meet a lot of good people.
If you want lost heads, it helps.
Yep, and preferably If you are a hairstylist for men, it's much more simple to cut their hair.
Yeah.
After a while, most men tend to go with the buzz cut. Or
And
having
then
their
wear
head shaved.
stupid wigs.
So, and they always fit very well.
We wear stupid hats too.
This hat is not stupid, sir.
That's a very common hat.
Well,
I'm Chris.
I'm Zach.
I'm Ethel Hammer.
I guess I'm here, but I'm Riza.
You guys have a good night.